We gathered all the female attorneys at Antonini and Cohen, and we just wanted to ask you a few questions. In what ways do you think the legal industry has evolved in terms of gender equality, and what improvements would you like to see in the future?
Well, I see a lot more women in the practice, so that's very good. So I see a vast difference from when I started practicing to today. I would like to see more Latinas. When I graduated, I believe I might have been the only Latina in my class. My partner, Marshall Cohen, gave me a job, which I was very grateful for, since as a Latina, I was not able to get a lot of offers. When I went to court, I was not necessarily treated with all the respect at the beginning and had to fight for the respect, sometimes quite aggressively and verbally. And I find that has improved as well. I think generationally we're moving into a better place. So I do see improvement, but I see a tremendous amount of room for the improvement of not just the representation, but also the inclusion for women, but particularly for women of color.
A lot of things change in the 23 years I've practiced, and when I started appearing at immigration, I definitely felt bias a lot of times, and it's improved a lot in the last 20 years or so. One thing that I think we need more improvement on, as Carolina said, there's a lot of women attorneys, a lot of women law students, but there's not a representative amount in positions of leadership as women partners. And so I forget, because we're such an anomaly in our office, we're women and minority. And so when I go into a big law firm for events, I remember that what the rest of the legal industry looks like. I think it's definitely improving, but having the women at the table making the decisions and running the companies is where I'd love to see the next step in progress.
Raise your hand if you ever went into immigration and instead of assuming that you were the attorney, they asked you if you were the interpreter or the assistant.
I was asked for my green card when I was trying to find out about a detainee.
Right.
If I could show them my green card.
Raise your hand if you had to hold back your impulse to just really be violent. Right? And it's an outrage that we're still walking in, and the first assumption is that clearly we're not there to be the legal representatives. And here we are, 2024. Anyways, pass it along, but I just wanted to make the point that here we are, and there's still those biases. There are still those biases.
I wanted to say one of the things that I think everybody could learn from is from Marshall, not just because you're surrounded by women all day. But I remember for one of my first individual hearings, I was terrified, as you normally would be if you have somebody's life in your hand and you're preparing. And Marshall walked in at the end of the day, and I'm stressing out. And he goes, "What are you worried about? You're more qualified than everybody in that room." And that has always stuck with me. And it was so validating to hear it from you. And I think that it would be important to see more allies in that sense, more men uplifting women in that sense. You uplift us every day and you support us every day. And that's been really special to not just be in this environment where we're supporting each other, but that you didn't know Carolina was Latina. Maybe. No, but you knew she was a woman. You knew she was right out of law school. You're just pretending.
I thought you were from Mississippi.
But I genuinely think that you've never made me feel like, because I was a woman or because I was younger or because I was new to the field, that I wouldn't be able or capable of doing this job. And I really appreciate that, because I think that empowered me to find that confidence in myself.
And I can say that I've been at other firms where that you do feel that way. You feel marginalized. You feel like you don't have a voice, and you feel like you're undercut because you are a woman. And so it does hold a lot of impact, for sure.
I was just going to say one thing that I appreciate too in having partners that are females as great examples too, is that never feeling like I have to play down my femininity, like that it's okay to wear earrings, because the judge is going to know that I'm prepared. I don't have to play that down, you know, that I can wear bright lipstick, that I can wear feminine looking clothes. And it's made me feel so powerful in a way that I never knew that was lacking in my life, but I feel really grateful for that.
Our business can do better on the issues that are specific to women, like motherhood, and courts and people being more realistic about what motherhood requires, and judges being more understanding about, you know, last minute things and so forth. I think that there are still the vestiges of, you know, you signed up for motherhood and you signed up for the law and you should make this a priority. So, I mean, I think that there are still those issues, and we're isolated from it because we have such a good, healthy law firm when it comes to that. But I think that those are issues of women that in the law that a lot of women have to deal with, that, you know, we generally in this firm do not have to, but when we go to court, we do.